What is up, everyone? How you doing? So I spent all afternoon trying to help my buddy start his KAT. He has an AEM V1 and it was being a pain in the ass, and I don't suggest it. If you see a used AEM V1 for sale, don't buy it. Don't waste your money. But we're at the shop and we got a lot to do today. And I have a pretty big surprise that I'm literally driving into right now, and I'm so excited for. It's kind of okay. So this surprise, oh, I'm staring at it. So this surprise is a little spontaneous, but I had to do it. Let's check it out. What's up, you tall bitch?
How'd it go, you fucking loser?
How'd it go? Didn't go that well. I'm about to show off my big surprise.
What's your big surprise?
That crate sitting outside.
Oh, let's go see it.
I didn't realize you were a skater boy, Derek.
Look, I've broken both my collarbones on skateboards.
I don't know if that's something to brag about. All right, Derek, here's the big surprise. You ready for it? Yep. Drum roll, please. Boom! A black bag.
A big black bag on a big pallet.
So I got a new engine. What is it for? Some of you guys could probably already guess. Yes, it's for the E36, and it's something pretty cool. Come on, let's just open that. Wow, this thing's cleaner than I thought it would be.
Easy, barbarian.
Help me out here, guy. Oh, the engine cover, don't break that. There we go. Good trick. Hell yeah. BMW M-Power. So, Derek, what did I get?
You got an S52.
Hell yeah. So if you guys don't know what an S52 is, it is the later model E36 M3 engine, which should make the same power NA as my car does now with a supercharger on it, which is amazing.
That's amazing.
So I could slap my supercharger on this and drop it in, probably make over 300 horse, which is really badass, or we could do something cooler and turbo it.
I'd say turbo it.
Me too. I like that idea.
But big shout out to Roman at Boost Logic in Texas, because he hooked us up with this thing big time.
This is Derek's boy. He wanted to get rid of it. It's been on his shelf for years, I guess, and he hooked it up and gave it to me for an insane price that I couldn't say no. It definitely wasn't planned, but the stars aligned for this one.
Absolutely, yeah. This was a great buy.
So, only thing wrong with this engine is it needs a head gasket, which if I'm gonna boost it, I'd want to do anyways. So, we're gonna take it, put on a stand, refresh it, do all the gaskets, do everything I gotta do, and get it ready for the E36, and then we'll pull it all apart. But this is definitely a side project right here.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
Good stuff.
I'm excited, dude. This thing's way nicer than I thought it was gonna be.
Texas, baby.
True. It has to be low miles.
We can ask him. He'll know.
So huge out gonna roam it down at Boost Logic in Texas.
He loves being called Romies.
Romies, is that what it is? Hell yeah, I am so excited for this thing. All right guys, so as you know from yesterday's video, we officially started the 1JZ S13 for the first time. If you didn't go watch it, go watch it. It's sick. So I got a package that I am so excited for that I've been waiting for forever. I'm not trying to bash the company or anything because I know how it is. Things happen. So I ordered this part over 2 months ago, right here. And this is a huge important piece of the puzzle that I'm really stoked on. This is actually my shifter for my CD09. So this is a Serial 9 shifter, and it is the most beautiful shifter for the CD09 ever. It feels amazing. It's extremely expensive, and I kind of hate myself for paying that much for it, but honestly, it's worth every penny. And that's coming from me. And part has been on back order for so long, and they finally got it in stock, and they were kind enough to overnight it to me, which is sick. So we're gonna get this shifter set up, then we get the drive shaft in, get the diff in, and we can have the whole drivetrain hooked up. Nice thing about this is not just the crisp feeling of it and the dialness of it, it's just the fact that it actually fits tighter than any other shifter out there. This will allow me to not have to cut the living crap out of my training tunnel to fit the shifter. This one sits as far forward as possible because the CD09 is an extremely long transmission. There's like a little nub that comes off the back of the trans right there. In a stock 250Z, there's linkage after that. That's almost like 1.5 feet long. So the shifter would be probably right here with the 350Z shifter. With the Serial 9, it's probably gonna put it right above that nub. So I'm only gonna have to cut back like 2 inches, which I mean, I'm not stoked I have to cut into my chassis, but it's what you gotta do. This modification definitely hurts my soul a little bit, but we're gonna have to cut a notch all the way from here, basically to this brace, and we should have just enough room. So now the hole is big enough. I guess it's not ridiculously sized. I can't imagine how big of a hole I'd have to cut if it wasn't the steering line shifter, because this sits probably an inch forward more than any other shifter. So imagine having it all the way back here. But I have to convert the end of the transmission into this piece right here that actually slips into the shifter. So just gotta take this piece and we're gonna slide it right here. We're gonna take the slip pin right here, if you guys can see it, and just slide it through this piece so it doesn't come out. That's a tight fit. Sweet. So now we gotta bolt this down in place. Whoa, RJ, I swear to God. So now we just gotta bolt this into place. It looks so nice, but yeah, let's bolt her up, guys.
Alan is nephew. Jimmy, this is a CDO2, not a CDO9.
RJ, I don't have time for your bullshit. Cool, that looks beautiful. So let's make sure it still fits. Oh, perfect fit. It's a little tight.
You're so strong.
All right, it's fully mounted, almost done. Now, this isn't my finest work, but it fits. It's not too excessive. Obviously, I'd love to keep it as tight as possible, but it's there. So the kit comes with a stainless shifter rod right here with a offset bracket, so you can offset it to wherever it kind of lays in your car. It's a tight fit. Come on. Here we go. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. This thing is crispy. It's really short, but it has to be because of the linkage. And whose grimy little fingers are those?
Hey.
Hi, Derek.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Oh, there we go.
Looks good down here, brother.
Hell yeah. So I just got my new diff welded. We're gonna put it back together, get it in the car, and then we can put the drive shaft in, and hopefully the full drivetrain will be connected. Yeah, this is my new diff. Just got it welded up. Now, I've said it before, but last year I ran a 4.6 rear end, and it just will not work with a 6-speed. I mean, it will, but it'll be weird.
It'd be weird.
It'd be really weird. So I got the stock 410 welded up. Let's clean it, put it back together, and get some fluid in it. Then, you know, in the car and shit.
Yeah.
The amount of time it has taken me to clean this diff, get the surfaces ready for RTV and put together is baffling. This has been a couple hour thing. It's probably like 30 seconds of video, but my ass is kicked. And I have a personal goal of getting the diff and the drive shaft in tonight, because I will not be able to sleep unless I know if that drive shaft fits or not. So, all right, I have to get the Beamer motor in before it gets too late. Let's see if I can do it by myself. Hell yeah. Sweet. I can't believe that just worked out. Nice. I really wanted to dig into the S52 today, but there's no reason to get into it right away. My goal obviously is to get the S13 ready for the drift event, and 2 weeks might seem like a long time, but trust me, it's not. So realistically, I should be taking this trans that I bought for my K series and putting it on that, and it's a dream combo, but whatever. All right, I didn't even film because I had to manhandle this thing in here, but the diff is officially installed. Nice. Now this is the big moment of truth. If my drive shaft fits or not. Now I'm kind of nervous because it's like a pre-made drive shaft made by a company. It's supposed to be a C09 JZ S13 drive shaft for the swap, but every swap kit kind of fits a little bit different, but it is a slip yoke style drive shaft, so there is room for error. So if you guys don't know what a slip yoke is, it's this. This actually slips in the back of the transmission, which allows it to have some play when it goes up and down and moves back and forth. Since it's a slip yoke, we have a little bit of room for error, because if it's back and forth ½ inch, it's not gonna matter. So let's see if it fits. Fits in the trans. Seems to fit into the diff. I think we're good. I think we're perfect, actually. So, seems to fit perfect, so I got really lucky. There it is, guys. Full drivetrain right here. That is a huge deal, which means we can almost go for our first test drive. Sick. I'm so excited for the E36, but I can't even think about it until we start getting closer to this being finished. But with that, I'm gonna end it, and that's it. So you guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content, and tomorrow we'll be doing something pretty sick. Later.